Hello.
Hey everybody, welcome to Wolf Den Live, episode 21. If this were years, the show would be old enough to drink. But it's not. It's only weeks.
How did I know you were going to say that?
Because I am predictable. Very predictable.
How's everybody?
How's
Hello,
everybody
Super Tile,
doing?
Comboy. Hello, Solid Robin. Hello, AJ.
As
Hello,
opposed to all
Jason
those
Todd.
liquid robins.
Hello, Atten. Hello, Jackie. Hello, Gavin. Hello, everybody. Welcome.
Welcome to the
I have
show.
a question for everybody.
Yes.
Did this come up in your sub box? Because I didn't see it in mine.
I didn't see it in mine either. I kept refreshing my timeline a whole bunch.
Yeah,
And then I
I
just
did
went
too.
to the page.
I don't know what happened.
YouTube is weird with
Viewership might be down today, but that's
yeah.
okay.
It's alright.
What up, Caloric? What up, Frosty?
The feistiest ninja is back. The shiftiest ninja is back.
Shiftiest. Don't screw that up.
Yeah,
Will,
we always screw that up. Yes, Bob.
how's your day?
Not bad.
It's a hot one in New York.
It's a very hot one in New York. It's a very comic-focused day today. There's a lot of... I mean, we'll get into it because I think you have something you want to do first.
Damn right I do.
There's a lot of... this is going to be a very spoiler-heavy episode for some comic books out there. Granted, if you're on the internet, it's already been spoiled for you. So just giving you a heads up
Some of it
now.
was
that's
spoiled
gonna
for
happen.
me.
I think I'm going to be spoiling all DC Rebirth for you tonight.
Okay.
Just
Whatever.
give you a heads up. If you want to read it now.
I do want to read it,
All right.
but it's fine. Here you go.
I mean, me spoiling it may make you want to read it. They say if you hear a spoiler, you're more inclined to see the movie or read the
I
book.
did read a spoiler today, and I do want to read it now.
Okay.
Now, last week, we said we were going to take questions from Twitter
Yes.
using the hashtag WolfDenLive
Yes.
or from the YouTube comments of last week's video.
Right.
I didn't actually look through the YouTube comments, so we're going to have to do that.
I can do that now.
I pulled it up on my phone.
Okay, never mind.
But there were a lot of comments. So we're not going to be able to get to all of them.
Right.
We're also, of course, going to be reading the chat as it goes,
Yes.
as always. Nobody tweeted us at the hashtag WolfDenLive.
Yeah.
Unless
feel
they
like-
got the spelling wrong, which, you know what?
Too bad.
Too bad. Also, there's a third way you can ensure that your question or comment or whatever the hell you want to do is read by us. That's by tipping any amount.
Yes.
Because I will. That is a sure shot way that I will see what
It is
what you want.
surprisingly easy to buy us.
Yes. So first things first, Will.
Yes, Bob.
I got a little present in the mail today.
You did get a present in the mail.
So in my video, I said that I got the collector's edition of Overwatch.
And it came. I come home to a big box on our kitchen table, and immediately our parents are like, "What did Bobby get? What did Bobby get? What is in this big box?" Like I keep tabs on
What?
him.
Move your hand. This is a very sharp knife.
Yes.
This is gonna be good for our listeners later,
Yeah.
but this will be quick, I swear. So yeah, if you watched my video, you saw that I got the collector's edition because it was insanely cheap.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say insanely cheap.
It was
It
cheaper
was still-
than it should be.
It was still a collector's edition, but yeah, it was cheaper than it should be. We are not set up for this.
No.
This thing is gonna be huge. Oh my god, help!
Hold on.
Let me move my knife. Oh yeah. Oh my god, this box is
Jeez,
beautiful.
wow, it's bigger than I thought it was gonna be.
That feels heavy.
It is kind of heavy. Here.
This probably sounds good too.
Yeah.
Oh man, that orange. Overwatch is orange. It's beautiful.
It's a nice orange.
It's got like these. I don't know if you can see the reflection. Let me move into the camera. Oh, the focus is gonna be weird. Whatever. This ain't a traditional unboxing. I just want to get the toy out.
If you would like to see a traditional unboxing, you can go to our unboxing or my unboxing of all the nice stuff DC and Warner Brothers
I
sent
should
me.
have filmed an unboxing of this, but you know.
Somebody
what?
put that link in the chat so they
Super
can go
Tie.
watch that.
You can always count on Super
Super
Tie.
Tie, get on it. My unboxing of the Batman vs Superman goodies.
While I do this, why don't you read the chat?
Why don't
See
I
what's
read the
up.
chat?
Oh no, you know what? Get the comments up from last time, even though I just told you I had them.
Yeah,
You should
now,
get them
now
up
I
anyway.
gotta get them up
Yeah.
and
Oh,
butts around on my phone while you do that.
box is beautiful.
Frosty Nacho does say Bob's handling of that knife is not well.
Shut up. What are you, like, knife trained or something? Ooh, this padding is gorgeous.
People
Overwatch logo.
don't want us to injure ourselves.
Ooh, baby.
All right, let's see here.
This is gonna be a mess.
That was my foot.
Soldier 76. I don't want this to take up too much time. Oh my god, look at the box.
That is a nice box.
This is like a toy box.
Yeah. Who makes the statue?
The statue is made by Blizzard. Gear.blizzard.com. Happy Worker? This is not a toy, it says in really big letters.
All right, so I got the chat from last week.
Okay.
Let's see here. Common Boy, not sure if you've discussed this yet, but what are your thoughts on Doctor Strange?
Well, you don't have to read it now, but...
Oh, I figured while you're doing that. I think we discussed it a while back. I think it looks good. You know, definitely looks the most mind-bendy of all of them, which is good. It looks different. So I'm excited for that.
There is a cool like art book type thing in here, but I'm not going to show it because I don't want to take too much time on this. But
Let's see here.
we got to look at the toy, see if the toy
Yeah.
is good quality.
I'll keep going through. Fred Bushy, given that it turned 20 this year, will you guys be talking about Kingdom Come? Happens to be my favorite Elseworlds novel. If not, what do you guys think about it, and would you like to see it turned into an animated movie? Kingdom Come is one of the best DC comics of all time. It's just really good. As for an animated movie, they said they wouldn't do it because they can't do Alex Ross's art style animated. It's just too good.
That'd be crazy.
So, but yeah, definitely everybody go check out Kingdom Come. If you've read Watchmen, this is like the opposite.
Feel the
of
bass.
that. This is a heavy bass. This is at least a pound, maybe 2.
All right, so guys, if you're listening to this and not watching this, I am taking out Soldier 76. He is the toy. Ooh, it's all black. I thought it was painted.
Huh.
It's a statue of Soldier 76, who is the leader of the Overwatch.
Interesting.
Now,
Do you get your pick a statue or?
no, it's just Soldier 76,
That's
which is
weird.
interesting because he is probably the least interesting out of all of the Overwatch characters. He's like the generic guy.
Yeah.
Now, it's always interesting to see what the quality is going to be like
Yeah.
on these collector's edition toys, because they're more likely than not they're garbage.
Yeah.
This is hefty.
Yes.
Here, feel it.
God, yeah.
It's like legit.
This part, like, it's pretty light. It's the base, I feel, it makes it all.
You think they cheaped out on the painting though?
It's like very.
It's all black.
There's like slight, color here.
They weathered it.
Yeah, it's
It looks
weathered.
like they weathered it
I mean,
because it's a statue.
that being said, like, this feels light, but it's definitely not like cheap. Like, there's a lot of.
What
work
is
in
interesting
this.
though is that it's a statue, and in the game there's a statue of him, like
Yeah.
in a cutscene, but he doesn't have the mask. The mask is like he's supposed to be dead,
Okay.
so the mask is like after he got all messed up.
Yeah.
So there would be a statue of him, but not like this.
Okay.
So it doesn't make any sense. This feels like my statue over there of Big Boss
Uh-huh.
or Naked Snake, whatever.
Venom Snake.
Venom Snake. It's probably gonna be blurry, but
Yeah.
pretty legit. Actually, I can fix that.
For those of you wondering, Kingdom Come is on Comixology, both the regular and the 20th anniversary edition.
It's pretty legit. Well, gotta say.
It's a nice statue.
All right. Well, I'm happy.
All right.
I don't know where the hell I'm gonna put it. Maybe I'll bring it to work.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Now let's go.
Let's get into today's topic.
Let's get into today's topic. I want to try to keep the ball rolling here.
Okay.
I want to. Remember, we used to time our stuff to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't want to necessarily time us,
Okay.
but I want to,
Better
keep.
flow.
I want a better flow. Keep the topics. Because a lot of times we'll do a topic, and then we'll go in, and then we'll do like a short topic, and then a big topic, and then a short topic. I want to do like chunks of big topics,
Okay.
and then we'll go into the chat.
All right.
So, first things first. I don't want to go into your comic book stuff
Well, I have
immediately.
one. It doesn't involve like any of the others because I actually forgot about it until I looked it up. The whole Comixology thing. Did you hear about that?
Oh, that's unlimited.
Yes.
You gotta tell me about that.
Yes. Okay. I guess we'll start with that. So Comixology has a new service called Comixology Unlimited, and it's basically their version of Netflix. It's $6 a month, and you get unlimited access to not everything, but a select number of comics from pretty much every publisher who is in Marvel or DC. So you got Image books, you got Dark Horse books, Archie, IDW stuff. You know,
Do you get new stuff?
you don't get new stuff.
Oh, so what the hell?
It's their catalog. I mean, it's still like you get high quality stuff in there. Also, what I've noticed, a lot of it is like first volume stuff, like the first volume of Walking Dead or the first volume of Saga, the first volume of Lock and Key. Some of them, like the Buffy the Vampire Slayer comics, like you'll get more of that, and they promise they'll be adding in more as time goes on. But right now, you know, I mean, there seems to be a lot available already. Let me see if I can pull some up.
It's like, you know, how every once in a while they leave like the first issue of books free.
Yeah.
It's just to get you to read more.
Mm-hmm.
So does it at least make things cheaper? Like, are there discounts for you if you're an unlimited member, similar to PlayStation Plus?
I don't think there is.
That would be smart.
I think the whole idea is, you know, it's $6 a month and you get access to a lot of books for $6 a month. Like I have right now the popular on Comixology Unlimited up, and it's like 43 things: Buffy the Vampire Slayer, The Wicked and the Divine, Hellboy, Seas of Destruction, Walking Dead, Umbrella Academy, Saga, Lumberjanes, Adventure Time, Archie, the new Archie rather, Bloodshot, The Boys, G.I. Joe, Ghostbusters, Lazarus, Lock and
Are
Key.
these volumes?
Some of these are volumes, some of these are single issue comics. I'll just go to Lazarus as an example. So like the first trade of Lazarus is available, and the individual issues that make up that trade is available on Unlimited.
That makes sense.
Over time, I'm sure they'll add all the other single issues and volumes and stuff. But as of right now, it's just the first.
Does it seem worth it to you? Is that like a good value?
It's a really good value. I mean, because using Lazarus again as an example, the first volume of that is $8. So for $6, you can read the whole thing plus a whole lot of other stuff. I would say, as of right now, like maybe wait a little bit until they add more stuff,
or until it's a good value for you, 'cause,
right?
Like you're saying, if you want to read Lazarus, then get Unlimited. You save $2.
Yeah.
But I assume that you lose Lazarus when you.
Yeah,
stop.
I think that's the thing too. Another thing that was brought up, and we don't have to get too into this, but apparently nobody told the creators of these comics that this was happening.
Oops.
And this is starting to create like a whole like Spotify issue where most, if not all, of the money goes to the label and not the creators. The writers,
label being like
the
IDW
publisher, yeah.
or like
yeah. So and like apparently Comixology's been working with the publisher since January on this.
Oh, it hasn't told anybody.
Hasn't told anybody.
You would think at least Image,
Yeah.
or like Vertigo, or like those people,
Yeah.
would tell.
But they didn't, and so now like there's that whole like controversy going on, and they're not. Comixology isn't really discussing like what the payout is going to be because they keep their financial stuff like that private. So I mean, hopefully it's it'll be a good deal for the writers and artists, because it's bad enough, the market is shrinking and like, there's not a lot of money in comics. So
I mean, I wonder how they're going to do that because it is like a Spotify issue because Spotify doesn't pay, and same thing with Netflix and stuff. Like the individual creators don't get. I mean, they like log how many people are reading or watching or listening to the content, so they can divvy up the paychecks.
Right.
But I mean, it's still like a very small, much smaller than before. Like if I just want to read Lazarus, like you said, instead of paying $8, I'll pay the $6 to get Unlimited. But then the creator's not getting any money.
Yeah,
like you would have before. That's interesting, but. I don't see a value in it for me personally.
No?
No, because it's just the first trade of everything. You know,
Well,
if I'm gonna go all in on a comic, like let's say Outcast,
yeah.
like I want to read more of that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
And right now, yeah, it's just the first.
or East of West.
Yeah.
I read the first trade of East of West. I want to go all in, so I want to buy at least the next 2 trades. You know, and I'm not gonna. I think it would have been smarter if you also got a discount. I mean,
yeah.
I don't want to say smarter because I'm not a freaking, you know, I'm not the world's biggest like digital comic book retailer, but I would be more into it.
It would have been good incentive.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, so right now only the first volume of East and West is up. But you know, that's not to say that in the future the rest of the series won't be there. Or you know, they might do some things where, you know, the first volume will always be there, but they'll run, you know, certain months, the rest of the series will be there, or things like that. So,
real quick, Sergio asked, "Is there a physical copy option in case you're a collector?" Oh, for Comixology.
no.
He's saying. I thought he was talking about, is there a physical copy of Overwatch in my collector's edition? Which is a good question. Yeah. I'm going to look right now.
Unfortunately, no. If you buy something on Comixology, you're only getting the digital version. DC doesn't do this anymore, but Marvel will sometimes put the code to get a digital version of their comic in their physical versions. What you can do on Comixology sometimes is you can download a PDF backup copy of the comic, so you don't have to read it through their proprietary app, which is good.
This is the Overwatch art book.
Nice
Visual source book, which is going to be freaking awesome.
Yeah.
But there is a steel book. Oh, there's a soundtrack.
Fancy.
Can't say that the music was very memorable.
Most game music nowadays isn't.
Ooh, what is this? There's like postcards in here.
Nice.
And yeah, there's a steel book. Just a regular old steel book. Yep. I kind of wanted. I would have gotten the digital if it was $40.
Yeah.
It should have been $40.
But on PlayStation, Xbox, it's $50, right?
$60.
60. Oh, it's full price.
Full price, because I mean, this isn't official, but like you would assume that Sony and Microsoft have to take a cut.
Yeah.
The only reason it's $40 on PC is because it's straight from Blizzard as a
Right.
download, so they don't have to pay anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you gonna get Comixology
Unlimited?
Unlimited, whatever the hell?
Right now, I'm not. I'm gonna wait and see like how this grows and see what else they add. If they do decide to add, I don't think they're gonna add Marvel stuff because Marvel has their own thing.
Yeah,
Marvel
they would
Unlimited.
have. They'd probably want a lot of money.
Yeah, and then DC. They used to be like big into digital comics, but like they've slowed down a lot. They still do it, obviously, but something like this, I feel like the DC of 5 years ago would have. DC right now, I don't know what they're doing. I mean, maybe one day they'll start adding their stuff to it.
Let's go into the chat here.
Yeah.
The Chihuahua Gamer. I only like the physical copy of games and comics. It makes my shelf look dope. I think wholeheartedly that digital is the future. Digital is the way to go. Digital is the most convenient. However, I always get the physical copy of stuff because I too like to fill out my shelf and make things look dope.
I understand the whole looking nice on a shelf thing, believe me. And there is something about reading a physical comic or physical anything as opposed to digital that just feels better. That being said, you know, my room is getting smaller by the minute, so I need to move digitally. Plus, too, you know, with rare exceptions, you know, if it's digital, you'll always be able to find it in one spot. Whereas, you know, physical, oh, the store might have run out, or, you know, out of print or whatever. I went to the comic shop today and they didn't have Justice League 50, so I could just go on Comixology and get it.
I have to say that next console generation will probably go all digital.
That's what I'm doing now with my Xbox.
I just have PlayStation 4 games, so I need to have more. Because I don't want to have just like 2 on the shelf.
Yeah.
But it is a lot more convenient having a digital copy. Except for, you got things like, you know, PT.
Yes.
They just took it right out.
Yeah.
I think it's back up, but they took it off.
No, it's not back up.
I think they put it back up.
No way.
They ripped it from the shelves,
Yeah.
the digital shelves, so you can't get that anymore. And there's other games. There's been other games that you could buy, and then they've just taken it right off the because the publisher like went under or something.
Right.
So like,
or like licenses aren't renewed.
yeah, and we're collectors. Like we have all of the games we've ever played ever.
Yeah.
So except for Luigi's Mansion.
And like a handful of others.
So yeah, I want to be able to play those when I'm like, 60.
Yeah.
But that's just like I guess a risk you got to. I guess you
Yeah.
got to have a big enough hard drive to load them all up.
PT is not.
All right, so I lied to you.
Yeah.
I lied to everybody. PT's not up. Jason Todd says physical copies. The prices vary on Amazon, so I stick to physical. Yeah, it's true. I mean, you can get. That's why I got this thing because it was ridiculously cheap on Amazon. Amazon is like the Walmart of the internet.
Yeah, it's great.
Don't say it's great.
It's pretty great.
Walmart is not great.
Walmart is not great. Amazon is great.
Amazon's great because it doesn't have the stigma that Walmart has, but
Right.
it's just as terrible for the economy.
It's true. And their
But I
employees.
use it
And
'cause
their
there's no-
employees that for that matter.
I have no choice but to use it.
Yeah.
Because if I can get this for $35 cheaper than anywhere else, of course
Yeah.
I'm going to go to Amazon.
Yeah.
Same thing. I want to go to GameStop because I want to give the people that I know, because I know the people at GameStop, I
Yeah.
want to give them the pre-order. I want to, not that you should ever pre-order anything. I'm like helping them out.
Yeah.
But it was to get Mario Maker. If you pre-order, you got it for $10 off. Like, why the hell wouldn't I do
Yeah.
that? It's insane.
All right.
Moving on.
Your topic.
Let's dive right into the new Xbox fiasco.
Okay.
So, according to Kotaku, they have
Yes.
3 sources that are telling them that there is going to be a brand new Xbox next year, 2017.
Right.
That is just like PlayStation Neo, where it's more powerful and
I think they said 4 times as powerful as the Xbox One. Was the rumor?
I mean, go to Kotaku and look that up, because I'm not sure. Oh, that's it. Wasn't that it?
yeah. No, this is the article.
Yeah. See if it says it, because they're the source of this.
Yeah.
So they're saying that it's going to be more powerful in order to support VR. They're going to be partnered with Oculus, which they already kind of are.
Yeah.
Because the Oculus comes with an Xbox controller. And the Oculus is like all in on Windows.
It'll also have a 2 terabyte hard drive, which is what they should have launched with.
I think
begin
that's the slim version, which I'm going to get to.
Okay.
Might as well get to it right now.
Yes.
This year, they're coming out with. This is all rumor, by the way. I mean, they have sources, but
Yeah.
we don't know. They can't name the sources. This year, they're coming out with a slim Xbox that is going to be
Xbox
pretty much
One.
the same, except 2 terabytes.
Yeah, 2 terabyte hard drive.
So yeah, they should have the slim Xbox. Totally reasonable. Something they need because the Xbox is way too big.
It's huge, but it runs very efficiently. It's quiet.
It's been 3 years.
Yeah.
So since the consoles came out, so it's understandable to come out with the slim now. I think the slim is totally justifiable. Next year, coming out with another like an upgraded version,
An Xbox 1.5, let's just call it.
yeah, and it's supposedly going to support 4K just like the PlayStation Neo. It's going to be called It's right now it's codenamed Scorpio.
Yeah. Polygon said it was 4 times faster, 4 times as powerful.
Oh, where's their source? Because Kotaku was the source. Whatever.
I mean, it's probably the same source.
I mean, it could be. So yeah, I think it's awesome that they're partnering with Oculus.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I would get a bundle if they do that. I'm totally in for that experience. And Microsoft is trying to, merge Xbox with Windows.
Yeah.
They're trying to put all that together. So Oculus games on your Xbox, that's like insane. I'm like all for that. But they're saying that this is all part of their plan to upgrade systems every like more frequently.
Yeah, like a PC.
I'm not about that.
Neither am I. I am so against this. Like, knock it off. Not
This is why we have consoles.
exactly. That's why everybody has consoles. Like, you don't need to do this. You don't need to, upgrade a system every 2 years. Like, it's meant to be just stick it in the TV and just let it sit there for 5 to 6 years. And when you're ready to upgrade, you're ready to upgrade. You don't need to. You don't change your Blu-ray player every 5 years. You didn't change your DVD player every 5 years unless it broke.
You never change your DVD player.
Exactly. We still have like our first DVD player is this big, and it worked all the way up until we upgraded to Blu-ray.
And the Blu-ray player we got was like,
yep.
Well, the Blu-ray player we got was the PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
It was the best Blu-ray player around.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm not about like. All right, so they're gonna come out. It's the same problem we had with PlayStation Neo. They're gonna come out with games that aren't gonna work on your Xbox that you have right now. You just got an Xbox.
I got one last year. Yeah.
When?
Summer.
Summer last year.
Summer
really?
last year. Yeah.
So how do you feel about them coming out with a Slim this year?
I mean, the Slim doesn't bother me.
We'll probably see the Slim in a few days.
Yeah.
I mean, a few weeks when E3 comes out.
Yeah. I mean, them coming out with a Slim model doesn't bother me because I mean, like we have a PS3 and an Xbox 360, and they came out with slimmer models of those. That's fine. Whatever. We had a fat.
I mean, we got the Slim ones though.
We got the first Slims.
We got the first Slims, which are fine. The second Slims aren't a big adjustment,
Right.
but the first Slims were a huge adjustment.
Right.
And that's what this is going to be a huge difference. They also say that the Slim version is going to be cheaper, which doesn't make any sense to me. How could it be cheaper?
The Slim version of the regular Xbox One?
Yes.
I mean, they could probably afford to, give that a price drop as it is.
How?
What does it sell for now?
Like $250. Well, I think retail might be $300. I just did a video with this in it. With this information in it.
I don't watch your videos.
I think it's $300.
Let's see. $300 at Walmart.
$300.
$350 at Best Buy. $300 at Newegg.
It's $300.
All right, so $300.
Amazon, you can get it for $250.
Right.
But the freaking Amazon, they
Right.
can do whatever the hell they want. So $300 is suggested retail for the Xbox.
Yeah.
So, and it costs more than that to manufacture.
Yeah.
So they're taking a loss already. How could they make a slim version that's smaller with a 2 terabyte hard drive cheaper? That doesn't make any sense
I don't know.
to me.
Unless they're making a lot of money on another.
And then why would you want the bigger version if it's more expensive?
It'll be more powerful.
Will it necessarily be more powerful?
Are you talking about?
I'm not talking about the 1.5. I'm talking
You're talking
about
about
the
the
one
regular
now, the one that's out
They'll
now.
probably knock the price down on that.
To what, equal, or just take a huge loss on it?
Yeah, equal or lesser value.
That's ridiculous.
I mean, there's no way they're going to sell the older version for more money. There's no way.
That's a huge power move.
Yeah.
Microsoft is already I mean, I'm sure they're doing fine as a company because they've
Yeah.
got a lot going on. They're not like hemorrhaging money or anything.
Yeah.
But they aren't selling as much Xbox Ones,
Right.
as they could be. So that's it's like a huge power move,
I got my Xbox One in July last year.
July. It's almost a year.
Yeah, almost a year.
Okay. So I wouldn't be too upset if I were you that they're coming out with a slim version.
No, not at all. I mean, aside from the hard drive, which I bought an external, so it doesn't really bother me.
Yeah, I want to get a hard drive for
Yeah,
my thing.
I highly recommend it.
I'm considering. I mean, a solid state would be crazy.
Yeah,
And then all of the PC Master Race guys could blow me.
Do I have to censor that?
No.
Okay.
I only censor 2 words. I'm not going to say them because I don't want you to have to do anything.
FNS.
Does the chat care? I can't buy a $400 system and games every 2 years, Kool-Aid Kick says.
Nobody can.
Yeah, nobody can. That's ridiculous. I mean, if it's cool enough. I mean, I'll buy it. I'm just saying.
It's gotta be like really cool. Like if PlayStation Neo and Xbox Scorpio they come out and they say, "Hey, guess what? We can play competitors games." Like then I'll buy it. Otherwise,
Here's the
forget
thing.
it.
I want VR in some capacity.
Right.
If I'm going to get a Project Morpheus, which is this year,
Yeah.
and that's going to come bundled with Neo, I might as well.
Yeah.
Because it's not that much more expensive. I would have to wait till next year to get an Oculus with an Xbox. Like, I think there's some like coercion. Is that the right word? They're collaborating with each other. Because how do they know?
I used to
Both companies
I used
doing
to
the
think,
same
I used
thing
to think
now.
that too, because Xbox One and PS4 are almost exactly the same machine.
Because
So
they have to have planned this way in advance.
yeah, I feel like, and systems always launch around the same time as each other, a year or so apart. So I feel like they know.
I
Like
feel
they
like
either talk to each other or they talk through developers and
I
stuff.
feel like Microsoft found out a little later.
Yeah.
Like it was definitely Sony's idea first because they were doing the VR first.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're definitely talking to each other. And I feel like Microsoft was always going to have a slim version come out.
Yeah.
But when they found out about Neo, they were like, we need to fart out a system. So they're farting out a 1.5 for next year and moving forward with Oculus, even though VR isn't a big moneymaker right now.
And it's still very much improving. I mean, I know that when a system launches, companies are already working on the next system. Like they already have an R&D team working on what the next system's going to be. I feel like now they're just telling R&D, hey, speed it up because we're going to launch a system real soon.
Pathology, same thing, honestly, except the exclusives on console, but as of right now, most exclusives aren't worth paying $500+ for.
True.
Oh, if consoles will be having upgrades every 2 years, I'll just jump to PC.
Yeah.
The reason why we play on consoles is because PC, I used to play on PC. You spend maybe like 10% of your time adjusting your settings and making sure that everything runs right, upgrading your drivers and stuff. You don't do any of that on console.
No.
It's just supposed to work.
Yeah.
That's people always like, oh, you pussy, just spend, shut up.
Yeah.
We have Macs because we don't want to deal with anything.
Exactly.
Because it's super easy. I have an Android phone because I like to screw around on my phone. That's okay with everybody. I like to screw around sometimes.
Yeah. People are like wondering what all this means for NX. All this news about Xbox.
NX is going to be awesome.
NX is going to be something completely different.
Yeah, it's going to be like a complete
Xbox
out of left field.
NX is going to be, and what's the rumored handheld MR or something?
MH.
MH.
No, mobile. It was mobile something. It might have been MH, mobile.
Yeah, MH.
I hope not. I hope it's all one.
Yeah. So, but yeah, don't worry about how Nintendo's going to
They
handle
will be
all
a
this.
perfect place for Nintendo. If all this crap goes down, Nintendo will have a perfect place for itself.
If anything, Nintendo might rise from the ashes of all this and come out on top.
All right, chat's going nuts right now.
Yeah.
Vicky gave me some breaking news on my phone.
Okay.
No Man's Sky is delayed.
I saw that in the chat.
Just look up when the new release date is. Beauregard says 10% of your time setting up drivers. I've never had that experience. Yes, you have. I'm not saying 10% of your time on one game. I'm saying your entire life as a PC gamer.
Yeah.
A lot of your time is spent adjusting your settings, upgrading your graphics card, making sure everything works right. I've been there.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't look like there's a new date.
That's it? It's just delayed?
Again, two sources tell Kotaku that No Man's Sky has been delayed.
But, okay. I'm done with rumors and speculation. This is something that you can't be speculating about. What's the headline say?
Source, No Man's Sky delayed.
Then you can't say...
Kotaku is the worst at this. Like, I like them, I go to them, but, there's the second they get, the flimsiest of...
Oh, is this... It looks like they have screenshots from some GameStop flyer.
Yeah.
So is there, a new date on it?
No, the release date for No Man's Sky has changed since the provided posters were printed. Please use a coming soon pop-on to cover up the date and communicate as needed to your guests about the change and release.
So what was the release date on there originally?
Originally, it was June 21st.
Which is the actual release date.
Right. Stores were informed that the release date is no longer correct and that they should cover it up with coming soon label.
Okay, that's pretty legit. Except that maybe they're just wrong.
Maybe.
Because wouldn't you think this is something that Hello Games would come out and say before they tell GameStop?
Well, they've been so, like, you know,
Quiet. Yeah, they've been very quiet.
they're taking a very Valve approach to this. Like, when's it coming out? Go to hell. That's when it's coming out.
I mean, whatever.
Yeah. I'm Xbox.
Still waiting on my free copy.
Yeah. Xbox player, so it's not like I'm going to play it anytime soon.
Oh, yeah, it's an exclusive.
For
I
now,
mean, you
at
can
least.
get it on PC. All right. Moving on topics. Wait.
Okay.
Kool-Aid Kicks. The reason upgrading a PC every time something cool comes out is because you can play a PC game unilaterally without worrying if an old game will work the device you just bought. I don't know what you mean.
Actually, that's not necessarily true. A lot of old PC games are not available, and B, you know, they don't run well on
It was
current
really,
machines.
really, really hard to find a good copy of the X-Wing series
Yeah.
for a really long time.
And now now it's easy. It's on GOG, and you just
Yeah.
play like that.
I was worried about Jedi Knight.
Yeah.
Some of the Jedi Knight series was hard to play.
Yeah.
There was like a black period where you just
Yeah.
couldn't play any of this stuff.
And
Now it's pretty.
now it's getting better, but
find
there are
stuff.
still holes. Like No One Lives Forever, which is one of the greatest PC first-person shooter series of all time.
Never even heard of it.
Can't get it anywhere. The rights are split between like 4 different companies. They don't want to work with each other.
Oh, same thing
this.
with Marathon, the Bungie.
Yeah,
game.
the
the
original-
first like
Right.
free look first person
Right.
shooter.
That's the reason why for a long time System Shock was not available to play. So,
Right. All right, let's move on.
all right.
Well, let's stick to gaming news.
Okay.
This is a quick one.
Okay.
Did you see the Mighty Number 9 trailer?
Yes.
I just want to express my anger while I'm still mad.
Okay, keep going.
It was bad. It
yeah,
a
that was
bad
not a good trailer.
They had some voiceover that was like, it sounded like he was pitching like a toy.
Yeah.
It was bad. I'm not I'm not looking forward to this game.
Yeah.
This is like one of the first things I kickstarted.
Yeah. So I think it's the first thing a lot of people kickstarted. A lot of people were like, I regret kickstarting this.
Well, I'm getting it. I switched my console to Vita and PS4 cross-buy,
Okay.
which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
But in the like trailer commercial thing, the guy says he says make the bad guys cry like an anime fan on prom night.
I can't think of a more tone deaf.
Like what? Like I get it. I get that you're trying to be self-aware and make fun of yourself and
Yeah.
your fan, but you're not. That's not how you do it.
No.
Because it's not entirely clear that you're talking about your own game. You know?
Yeah.
It's okay to make fun of your fans when you're making fun of yourself at the same time.
Yeah.
But in this case, it's not entirely clear that he's making fun of himself.
It sounds, it's putting them above the gamers and stuff.
It makes it sound like you don't like anime fans.
Yeah.
Or you're like, look at these wimpy little anime fans. Meanwhile, that's your audience.
Yeah. It's the Big Bang Theory problem. You purport yourself as a show about nerds, and then you spend the next 30 minutes just making fun of them and, crapping on them and all that. Mighty Number 9 is a game that cannot afford any more bad publicity.
Right.
It's been delayed forever. It's had, really poor communication with its Kickstarter backers. It keeps changing, direction and stuff. They launched a second Kickstarter for a spin-off of Mighty Number 9 before it came out. Right now there's not a lot of goodwill has been lost on this series, and now you're coming out with an ad that's basically making fun of the people who, supported you for it, and that's not good.
I have to say, it reminded me of when Joel McHale was on the VGX Awards.
Oh,
I think This
yeah.
was like 2 years ago, like a year ago. And he was making fun of gamers the whole time.
Yeah.
like you're like a bully.
Yeah.
You're like a bully who's like infiltrated like the nerds, and nobody wants you here.
Yeah.
You know, it's not good. Real quick, Beauregard said Windows Vista to 8.1 was kind of a bad period for old games. That is exactly when the blackout period was for certain games. I want to point that out. I'm done talking about mine. I just wanted to say how miserable that trailer was and how absolutely tone deaf they are.
Yeah.
Let's see if the chat cares. What was the release date of Mighty Number 9? Mythologies asks. Soon. I think
it is soon.
Within the next few weeks.
But I know like the Vita version and like the 3DS version is delayed.
Really? Oh, I'll get it on PS4 first. Well, I'm not gonna play it. I'm only gonna play it on my Vita.
Yeah, it's a Vita game. All right.
Well, what was your topic?
You ready to talk about some comic news?
Yeah, let's talk about comic news.
All right. Should I do the Marvel news first because it's just one thing, or should I just go all in on all the DC
Do the quick
stuff?
one.
All right. So the quick one, Captain America is an agent of Hydra, and he always has been an agent of Hydra.
Yeah, two people at work ran up to me and told me this to my face.
Yeah. So in the pages of the new Captain America series, the Steve Rogers Captain America, because Sam Wilson is also Captain America, Steve Rogers Captain America series is revealed that when Steve was a kid in the 30s, he was brainwashed by Hydra and has always been brainwashed by Hydra, and now his programming has kicked in, and he is working for Hydra dressed as Captain America.
Mighty Number 9 comes out June 21st.
There you go.
So wait. Steve Rogers says he's Hydra. Who's this guy who's tied up?
That is Dr. Eric Selvig, the doctor from Thor. Yeah. So, the big reveal was because he's fighting a whole bunch of people on a plane, and he kicked a hero out of the plane. I think his name is Jack Flag. He just kicked him out of the plane, and he just says, "Hail Hydra."
Like murdering him?
Yeah. So, there's that. People are freaking the hell out about this.
I think it's just a stupid comic book thing, and in like a year, they're going to be like, oh, wow, he's a double agent. He was fooling the Hydra the whole time.
Exactly. Oh, I feel like a lot of this outrage is just people who only ever watch the movies.
Yes.
And, like, don't understand, like, this is what comics is. Like, it goes up and down and all that. So...
it's a lot of just dumb stuff like that.
It is. Comics are really dumb. So, give it some time. This will course correct itself, and I think Nick Spencer is the writer. If Nick Spencer doesn't fix it, somebody else will. Probably Brian Michael Bendis. He fixes everything.
It will be fixed.
Yeah.
He is not actually part of Hydra, and he has not always been part of Hydra.
Yeah,
that is ridiculous.
I mean, people forget he was once a werewolf.
He was dead.
He was dead.
How many times? Twice. Was this in like mainstream news? Similar to how it was when he died, or when
I don't think
Superman died.
Oh, maybe
because that like people who don't read comics were telling me like Steve Rogers, Captain America's Hydra the whole time.
I mean, it is kind of dumb that he's been an agent of Hydra the whole time. Like he's been brainwashed since childhood to be a part of Hydra. That's kind of dumb.
He's done a lot of things that he probably wouldn't have.
Yeah,
if he was part of Hydra.
But all that being said, this isn't a big deal. Everybody, it's okay.
If I read that comic, I would get to that page and I would be like, huh. I'll close it.
I mean, I
would not make a big deal. I wouldn't tell anybody. I wouldn't be like, oh my God. I would just be like, that's dumb. I
get on with my life. I mean, it is shocking. I'd be like, what is this? But I wouldn't think,
I would think it's a story.
I wouldn't form a hashtag that says, take Cap out of Hydra or whatever the hell it was. Oh, what the hell?
I would just think it's a story beat. I wouldn't think it's like a whole big deal.
Yeah.
The chat just like freaked out.
Oh yeah, Time Magazine. A Marvel editor explains how Captain America was an agent of Hydra.
That's
all
the
along.
thing. The editor
Yeah.
said
Tom Brevoort. Yeah.
he said he was part of Hydra the whole time.
Yeah.
Which is like a little crazy considering all we know is that he just said Hail Hydra.
Yeah.
So he just like kind of gave away the rest of the story.
Yeah. Well, no, because they do flash back to like Steve as a kid and him like getting brainwashed and going to like a rally
really?
and stuff. Yeah.
So you know a lot. They go all in on him being Hydra.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like
this is freaking what's it called? Superior Spider-Man all over again.
yeah. This is them like going all in on this, even though, they really shouldn't. I'm trying to find what the name of it.
Common Boy in the chat is really upset.
I'm
He's
sorry.
like, wait, so he's just now turned?
I'm sorry, guys. Say no to Hydra Cap. That's what the hashtag is.
That's a long hashtag. We gotta band together and make better branded hashtags.
I mean, it's shorter than the other Cap hashtag. Give Captain America a boyfriend.
A boyfriend?
Yeah.
Why?
Everybody just wants to see Cap and Bucky do it.
Whatever. Fine. He's supposed to be like a 50s like American icon.
Yeah.
That's not the one you want to make gay. If you want to make a character gay, pick somebody else. Like Spider-Man. Fine.
Yes.
I could totally see Spider-Man being gay. Basically, you know what? Anybody but Captain America. Bucky.
Yeah.
Bucky's,
Bucky could
I
be.
could see him, going one way or the other. I don't whatever they call it. Steve Rogers, no.
Okay.
You know what? Batman, he never has a girlfriend. Something's up with that.
Batman's got really, really bad relationships. Like just leave him alone.
Wouldn't put
Just
it past
don't
Batman.
Just don't even try with.
You know
Batman.
what it is? Batman is gay and he's afraid. That's why he's like asexual.
No, I think Batman is straight. I just think he's terrible with people, period.
Okay.
Not just relationships.
That makes sense.
Speaking of DC and real comic book changes, we're gonna go into some deep spoiler stuff because
With DC.
because Rebirth came out. This is Rebirth #1. Instead of doing a 6-issue event that just wastes everybody's time, they had the common courtesy of doing one comic, 80 pages, $2.99, and it's excellent. And a lot happens in here. What's the spoiler you know already? There's going to be a lot of spoilers now, so if you want to leave...
Is this a few chapters?
Yeah.
How many chapters?
There's like, I think...
4?
4...
Because what I saw was the end of the 4th chapter, which I feel like it felt like the end of the whole thing.
There's 4 chapters and an epilogue.
Okay, well,
All right.
here's a big spoiler.
Okay.
What I saw was Batman holding the pin from the Watchmen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that the end of the whole thing?
That's the end of chapter 4. Then there's the epilogue, which goes a little bit deeper into that.
Is that with the watch?
Yeah.
The weird thing with the watch?
Yeah. Do you want me to explain what's going on?
I don't know what the hell's going on with that. I just saw like the panels with the watch and like there was some dialogue, but I have no idea what anything was.
The very first page is...
It definitely looked like Watchmen stuff.
This is the first page, and it's... I should just show this on here.
Yeah.
This is the first page. It's panels with a watch. And
you can find it on Reddit.
yeah. If you look at the text, it's yellow text with a red border, and like it continues on like that.
Now, when you read that, did you put it together in your head immediately that that's Watchmen? Or did you just say, hey, that's a cool nod?
No, I had a feeling like, why would they... Well, also, I had it spoiled for me before I read this.
Oh, well, never mind.
But as you read, what it turns out is the narrator is Wally West, the original Wally West from the pre-New 52 era.
Wow.
So the whole book is about...
So before Flashpoint.
Right.
Oh, this is awesome. I love this.
So the whole book is about...
Jackie, we'll give you a hand signal for no spoilers.
Yeah. The whole book is really about Wally West, old Wally West, traveling through the Speed Force looking at the DC universe as it is now and saying, this isn't right. Something's wrong here. And it's just him trying to like make a connection, trying to remind people that, hey, you guys did a lot more stuff than just the past few years. You know? And like they do a lot of clever things with it. Like they touch upon characters you forgot about. Like a few years ago they tried to introduce the Aqualad from the Young Justice cartoon into the comics. That went nowhere. They bring him back. And like he's in it for like a quick cameo, but like it gives you hope that like they're gonna do something with him. And then what happened? I mean, should I just go into like how Wally finally like gets back?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
All right. So what happens is Wally is like trying to connect with whoever he can remember from the old universe because he's dying in the Speed Force, like he's being torn apart. So
How long is he in the Speed Force for?
He's been in the Speed Force since Flashpoint, so like that's about like 6-7 years.
He's just running?
He's
been running for 6 years?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, I guess it jumps time, so like it doesn't really matter how long he's been there.
And he's actually been like de-aging because he was the Flash before Flashpoint, and now like he's back as Kid Flash.
Okay.
So he's like trying to find people who like remember him. He stops at Batman first. Batman doesn't remember him. He tries to stop at his old villains. They don't remember him. Some of his old friends don't remember him. He finds his old wife, Linda Park. She doesn't remember him. And he's like devastated by that because she used to be his what's called lightning rod. Whenever he gets lost in the Speed Force, he just finds Linda and, you know, goes back to her.
So he got lost in the Speed Force and he couldn't go back to her.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So what happens is he finally finds Barry Allen, the Flash, who's, you know, been the Flash for a while now. And he's basically saying a really, really a heartfelt goodbye. Like, it's really sad. He's like crying and stuff like, you don't know who I am. Life sucks. You guys forgot everything, all this stuff. Goodbye. And then Barry just says, Wally, wait. And like pulls him out of the Speed Force and they bro hug. And it's like, I could never forget you and stuff. So Barry remembers everything now. So Barry Allen and the original Wally West remember everything, and they're going to try and bring back, according to Wally, all the hope and optimism that was lost during the New 52. And they make a very big deal about this because they show Aquaman proposing to Mera, which they got divorced in the New 52, and all this other good stuff. There's a lot of other surprising reveals. Apparently Wonder Woman has a brother, which
This never happened.
Wonder Woman is 100% sisters.
That's true.
Yeah.
She can't. Isn't it impossible for her to have a brother?
Technically, no, not anymore. In the New 52 Wonder Woman, the Amazons, the way they breed is they go find sailors lost at sea, mate with them, slaughter the sailors,
Nice.
and then they give birth, and then if they have boys, they abandon them.
Nice. China.
Yeah.
No.
Reverse China. So there's that. Some of the things that were revealed in Rebirth were actually part of Justice League 50 and Superman issue 52, which also came out this week. One of them being New 52 Superman is dead, which we knew going in. Pre-New 52 Superman is going to take his spot as the Superman of this universe.
New 52 Superman's dead?
Yeah.
When did that happen?
It's been happening for a while.
Explain that.
We've been over this, but okay, one more time. So, there was Convergence, the big Convergence event, which, you know, different heroes from across the universes like appeared for a little bit. The Superman and Lois Lane from pre-New 52 came back.
Right, I remember this now.
Yeah, and then post New 52 Superman started dying.
He was like losing his powers.
Yeah, losing his powers. And then he got sick and like kryptonite sickness and whatnot, and he was starting to die. Pre-New 52 Superman started to do like secret stuff, but now he's going to be the default Superman since post-Flashpoint Superman is dead. Okay, there's that. Also revealed in Justice League 50, Darkseid is now a baby.
Cool.
Cool. Again,
Babality.
comics are stupid. And they revealed who the Joker is.
I feel like don't tell me.
The chat really wants me to talk about. If you don't
Okay,
want me to
fine.
talk
No,
about
talk
it, no.
about it.
If you don't want me to talk about
Is
it,
it in this?
It's in this.
Is it revealed in this?
Yes, it's in the first few pages.
I'm just gonna go through the first. Oh, there
You're
it is.
right there.
The chair said there are 3. I need to find out what that really means.
Yeah. That you just read what it is. When Batman sat down in the Mobius chair, he asked the chair, "Who is the Joker?"
And he said there are 3 of them.
The chair responded, "There are 3 Jokers."
Oh, so we don't know who he is.
Right.
We just know.
We
there's
just
3
know
of them.
that now there's 3 of them. And the
Interesting.
artwork makes it look like each Joker is based on a different era. The original Dick Sprang, Jerry Robinson era, the Neil Adams, Brian Boland era, and the Greg Capullo era.
Interesting.
I don't know how I feel about this because this removes a lot of the personal aspect of the relationship between Batman and the Joker.
See, I don't know if they're all from different realities or universes or whatever.
Why are you
That makes
Why are
sense.
you folding that?
Because there's a bend in like the staple, and I'm trying to pop it. Hey, I didn't do it. You gave it to me like that.
True. Yeah. So yes, there are 3 Jokers now, and I don't know how I feel about it. I'm not going to freak
Potentially
out.
3 Jokers.
Yes. I'm not going
Because
to
he
freak
didn't
out.
confirm it. He's just saying, "Oh, well, the Mobius chair told him." So I
Yeah.
guess that means that there's 3 Jokers.
I'm not going to freak out and start Twitter hashtags and go on like Time Magazine.
But here's the thing: he
stuff like that.
asked the Mobius chair, "Who is the Joker?" And the Mobius chair said, "There are 3 of them." That's not the right answer.
The Mobius chair probably said which one.
That's true.
So there's that. Now, the big thing with the Watchmen. Are you ready for this?
Lay it on me.
Dr. Manhattan created the DC universe.
All of it.
All of it.
That's awesome. On Mars.
Yeah. The whole So what happens is cuz like when Wally is like saying like we lost like 10 years of our lives, hope is gone, love is gone. What Wally says is somebody is removing optimism and hope from our universe. That somebody is Dr. Manhattan.
Wally West says this?
Yeah.
So he knows?
He doesn't know who it is. He knows somebody is doing it. At the end of the book, you see the watch again. You see on Mars, and you see Dr. Manhattan's last few lines from Watchmen that he says to Ozymandias. He says something like, humankind is an interesting thing. Perhaps I'll create some. And then Ozymandias is like, did we do good in the end? And he's like, Dr. Manhattan goes, nothing ends. And then the book ends like that. So Dr. Manhattan is potentially the villain of the new DC universe, it looks like.
Man, he just can't do anything right, Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah.
He always thinks he's doing something good, and he just never does.
I mean, aside from this really pissing off Alan Moore, he's probably like steaming.
It's a good idea, though.
It's a really good idea.
Reminds me of like The Watcher.
Yeah.
Like
I
that whole
mean, part of
situation.
me is like, this shouldn't be, because the whole point of Watchmen was that it's part of a separate universe. It's its own thing. It's a commentary on comics and like, how superheroes are, like if they were to be real and something like that. So part of that bothers me, but I'll tell you this, reading this book made me forget about all of that. I want to see where this goes.
Yeah.
According to Jeff Johns, this will be like throughout 2 years. So this story is going to play out over the course of 2 years.
2 years comic book time or 2 years
Real time.
So there's gonna be 2 years worth of comic books. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Well, this story is going to play out over the course of 2 years. I'm not saying like
The story is going to be 2 years in the comic books.
this.
How many issues is this friggin' thing gonna be?
It's going to be 2 years worth of issues.
Okay, that's what I didn't know if you meant 2 years worth of issues or if it's gonna take place within 2 years in the DC universe.
No, because that could be like 5 years real time.
Right.
So,
All right. I'm all in. I'm into
Yeah.
that. I want to read this.
yeah, definitely. So there you go. that is it for Rebirth.
Everybody thinks it's really cool.
Yeah. Jackie, we're done.
We're done, Jackie. We're done. Here's your hand signal. Jason Todd says, "Holy S, who has time for that?"
The comedian as one of the Jokers, yo.
I don't know.
That, I don't think.
because
Yeah,
he looks nothing.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna.
Build
I don't think that's gonna be a thing. But I mean, hey, at this point, who knows? I heard a rumor that
We just said we were done with the spoilers.
Yeah. But now people are talking about it now, so
Everybody just pretty much says it's amazing.
yeah.
Batman is pissed.
Yeah, even though like I just pretty much spoiled everything, like I didn't touch upon like all the little details. So definitely, if you haven't checked it out, it's only $3. Well worth the time and the money to sit down and read it. You will not be disappointed.
Who's the artist?
They had a bunch of artists. It's hang on. And then there are ads for the new books.
For everything.
Yeah. The artists Ethan Van Sciver, Gary Frank, Ivan Reese, and Phil Jimenez. Yeah.
Ivan Reese.
Yeah.
All right.
All
Well,
good stuff. All right.
I'm all in.
Yeah.
Is that it? Is that all the topics you have?
That's it.
I think that's all I got too. Guys,
All right.
let us hear your questions and comments or whatever the hell you want to say. Doesn't have to necessarily be about DC Rebirth. If you want
Yeah,
us
it
to
can
talk
be
about
it can be
something.
literally about
Talk to
anything.
us.
Kalora keeps wanting to know who would win in a fight, Hulk versus Doomsday. Probably the Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, probably the Hulk.
I don't know because he's just a man.
Banner is a man. Hulk is something else.
Okay. I mean, they could both die of fatigue,
Right.
so that the same stuff would probably happen.
Right.
I would like to say that again, we take questions from previous Wolf Den Live, or if you're listening to this, you go to YouTube, you just leave a comment, or you go to Twitter, use the hashtag Wolf Den Live.
Yes.
Or if you're watching this now, a tip of any amount, we will read whatever you write.
I think I got a lot of people into comics. Just now.
Everybody wants in now.
Yeah. So, which books am I most looking forward to? I was already looking forward to Wonder Woman, Deathstroke, and the Batman titles. Now I'm gonna read Titans because Wally West is gonna be in that, and I need to see what else happens with him. Because Titans is his old team with Dick Grayson and Cyborg and Arsenal and Wonder Girl and all that. So let's see if they can remember him now.
Last week, Amarit said, "Next video, can you guys talk about Batman Return to Arkham Remastered and what's your opinion behind it?" Didn't we give our opinion last time?
Yes,
I'm almost positive we did.
we did.
And we said we're not gonna. I don't want to go back to
Yeah.
play it, so we're not gonna play it.
I mean, if it ever gets cheap, I'll get it and maybe plow through it again.
Also,
but
everybody's upset that Origins isn't in it.
nobody likes Origins.
Yeah, Origins wasn't that good.
I mean, it was.
And it really doesn't have anything to do with the story.
Yeah, I mean, they reference it in Arkham Knight, but like I don't know, like
I don't think it's important. I think it's totally fine that they left it out. It's also it felt bland. Like it was obvious that Rocksteady didn't make it.
Yeah.
So I think it's fine. That, it was a good game, but I think
Yeah.
it's fine that they left that out.
Any
Who would
thought?
win in a fight? Crepes versus pancakes, says Fanatic.
Waffles.
Funny you say that. Vicky said waffles.
Yep.
You can have a good crepe.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really into crepes. I'm
Find
more
a
of
good crepe
a
every once in a while.
I do love pancakes, especially chocolate chip pancakes. But
A nice cinnamon bun pancake. What are they called?
cinnamon bun
Cinestack.
pancakes?
The Cinestack from IHOP.
IHOP.
Some damn good.
Yeah.
Jason Todd said Arkham Origins doesn't exist. He really doesn't like that. What do you guys see the Flash TV show? Did you guys see the Flash TV show finale?
I didn't,
Beauregard
but
said.
I saw what happened. Like I saw a spoiler of it. I don't know how that makes sense. To catch you up to speed. Speed. It turned out like the old Flash, the World War II Flash, Jay Garrick, was the evil Reverse Flash for a while but then you found out that really wasn't Jay Garrick. Happened what they revealed there's another Jay Garrick who was prisoner of the Reverse Flash. And this Jay Garrick is played by the same guy who plays Barry Allen's father in the show.
You lost me, and I don't really care.
The Flash is very confusing as it is. Like, it's unnecessarily complicated, but
I don't do these TV shows. I can't.
Yeah.
Can't do them. Not that I don't think they're good. They're probably great.
Flash is apparently excellent. I need to start watching that.
Battlefront 2 2017 confirmed.
Is it
says.
I don't think confirmed? So.
I think he's lying. Because Battlefront. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Battlefront 2. Yes, I think that was rumored.
I know it was rumored. I don't know if it was confirmed.
Do we know who's making it?
Probably DICE. I'd imagine it's DICE.
Okay. VR. Well, they want to have a VR experience in Battlefront, so. This night was full of spoilers.
Yeah, sorry about that. It was a big day. Big day.
You know what though? Like, most of the people in this chat are never gonna read this comic book.
Yeah.
Because you have to actually go out to a comic book store and buy it, and who does that?
I mean, or you could just go on Comixology.
Or Comixology and just buy it for $3. 80 pages for $3.
Yeah, that's unheard of.
What about Hodor? I want to know. Well, I don't want to spoil anything.
Oh yeah, no. If you think comic spoilers are a big deal, if we spoil Game of Thrones,
yeah,
it's gonna be a red wedding.
But I want to know. I want to know what a certain saying means.
Okay.
That everybody's been saying. Like, I get what happened, but I want to know like exactly what happened because I feel like it's cooler than it is in my mind. Bob, are you going to stream the thumbnail after this? Jackie asks. Probably. That's what I've been doing now. I've been doing art streams.
Yeah, I know.
I want to talk about that. Where's my thing? So, I've been trying to do as many art streams as I can. It's very hard because it's a lot of, it's another thing I got to do. So after this live stream, I usually go over and then I do little thumbnails. I just stream myself doing little thumbnails. Yeah. But I try to bust those thumbnails out as quickly as possible because they're tiny and they don't really matter. But last night I did a stream and I made this T-shirt right here. It is Hanzo from Overwatch, and you can get it at TeePublic. The link is in the description of this video, or you just go to TeePublic, search Overwatch Hanzo, and it's one of those shirts. Mm-hmm. Buy it. Look at it at least. You don't have to buy it. But it's only $14 right now. I think it's only $14 for the next 2 days. So
there you go.
So there you go. Hanzo. And then, last week or 2 weeks ago, I did, let's see, this guy, McCree from Overwatch. It's high noon, baby. Woo.
Yep.
I'm all about this Overwatch. I'm all in for this Overwatch. Hoot Daddy.
Hold on, I just lost it.
Hoot Daddy, I'm in for this Overwatch.
Gavin Roberts tweeted me, how long would it take me to read Watchmen? How much of Watchmen is there? Also, how much money-wise? Okay. I know it's confusing because DC did before Watchmen a few years ago. All you need to read is Watchmen. Regular-ass Watchmen. It's a 12-issue miniseries. There are so many printings of this book. You'll be able to find it. $20. It'll take you. It's actually really long and dense.
It is.
So it may take you a while to read it, and I would recommend reading it twice because you will miss things the first time around.
I highly recommend the motion comics because they're all on YouTube, and it's exactly the same. It's panel for panel.
I would recommend not doing that. I would read the book. You don't read any before Watchmen stuff. Only Darwin Cook's stuff was good. But yeah, just read Watchmen by Alan Moore and Dave Gibbons. $20 for the whole thing. That's all it takes.
Matthew says, hold up. So Justice League was started by Captain Marvel?
No.
No. Is that a thing?
I don't think so.
No. I mean, the whole universe was. You know what? I don't want to get into spoilers again.
Yeah.
We're done with spoilers. Rewind the tape. Jason Tyler, what did Nick Fury say to Thor? Have they ever revealed it?
I don't think they ever did.
Oh, in the movies.
No, in Original Sin from
Was
last
that a
year.
movie thing?
No.
Didn't he like? Was he dying? And he like pulled him in and said something?
No.
I don't know. I just like to sit here and play video games. I don't know what the hell all this superhero nonsense. All right, guys. I think. Oh wait. Last question. Hey,
Okay.
Will.
Yes.
This is Live to Rock.
Hey, Live to Rock.
Could you do a video explaining the complete ultimate essentials collections from Marvel, or can you even explain that right now? Complete, ultimate, essentials collections.
I don't know what the complete. I think complete might just be certain runs. Essentials, those were. I don't know if they're still in print, but those were printed on cheaper paper, like phone book paper. They're usually in black and white, but they collected like lots and lots of issues, like 25 issues worth of comics, and you can get them for like $10 a volume. So you can get like the first like 100 issues of Spider-Man, let's say, for like dirt cheap, or like the first 100 issues of like X-Men for dirt cheap. Those were the essentials. I know a lot of people who love those because they're cheap and like they give you everything there is. Ultimate Collection, I think sometimes if it's like Rick Remender's Uncanny X-Force or Matt Fraction's Hawkeye, they'll collect the whole, if it's short enough to collect the whole run in one volume. So something like that. I might do a video on it because that's actually a good topic.
Real quick, Dario asked, "What do you think about Uncharted 4?" It was very good. Is in the middle of it. I'm right in the middle still.
Yeah.
Just got Overwatch. I gotta be Uncharted though, so I don't know when I'm ever gonna do this. But it is a 3-day weekend this weekend.
Yes.
Memorial Day.
Yep.
So might try to powerhouse my way through Uncharted. It's very good. Want to beat the whole thing.
Yeah.
Too much climbing, but still above a 9 for me in my book so far.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I was just say thank you and then sign off. But
I was gonna say I was gonna talk about how I'm almost done with Quantum Break, and that's really good, and I'm happy I'm playing that.
I wanted to play Quantum Break, but I heard it was broken on PC.
So we'll just.
So let's talk again about that time you spend trying to get PC games to work. Thank you guys for hanging out.
Thanks for joining the chat. Thanks for We've been getting longer and longer with these podcasts.
I know we gotta stop. That's
that.
why I'm trying to hurry us up.
Yeah. So next week, shorter podcast, promised. Hopefully, no more Rebirth nonsense.
Trying to keep it sub an hour.
Yes, sub 45 minutes ideally, but we just go off the rails.
We wanted to do 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
That was our goal.
Yeah.
But we're going over too much. Thank you guys. Check out the shirt. I'm gonna stream in probably half an hour to an hour.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
All right. Thanks everybody. Have a good week.